Talk to you about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, head to Specialty Appreciation Defender. If you've applied 12 or more...
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting five. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Junior. Lou Williams out there with Paul George. And it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Minnesota, we've got Culver. Robinson is out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Outside, Russell from the arc, hands it from downtown. Russell's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Leonard. Down low, here's Junior. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Williams against Russell. Bucket is good.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
Oh!
Yes. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Miami. Towns for 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the middle, Towns with the steal. Robinson against George. Russell passes to Robinson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns, no luck. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They come in fresh off the win against the Heat.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Williams. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now, here's Culver, defended by George. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Junior dishes to George. It's good. This game is all even.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Passes to Culver. To the inside. Towns trying to get open, and it's Russell missing. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Hawks.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
They weren't aggressive on the glass. They weren't blocking out. That puts you behind the A-ball every single time.
Here's Towns. A shot by Culver, nobody around. A three-pointer off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Russell kicks to Robinson. That's a two from Towns. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And that's why Cat went first overall. This dude is 6'11" with perimeter skills, a sweet shot, and unstoppable when he's on.
To the wing right side. Now here's Culver. He's guarded by Williams. A three-pointer is right on target. Russell's got 10 points.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And Junior throws it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Also inside, working on Williams.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
And Junior throws it down.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Williams against Russell. Here is Ibaka. No points in the game yet for him. Here's George. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Jake Layman's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Malik Beasley comes in for Robinson. And Ricky Rubio's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Williams. Junior the pass to George.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Here's Rubio. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Outside, Towns. Pass to Layman. Rubio outside. Pass to Towns. He kicks it to Culver. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Now Rubio. Outside, Davis. Beasley outside. They get it again. Davis on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Beverly against Rubio. Beverly, the pass to Junior. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 14 points for Junior.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Rubio with it. And there's the pass to Layman. Davis kicks to Beasley.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Here's Beverly. Excellent D there from Beasley.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Cranking up the pace, Rubio's a solid threat in the open court, not just because he can run, but because of the awareness.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Can't hit from in close. Timberwolves trail by 4. 14 feet away. Noel, no good. Now, here's Junior. He's tightly guarded.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Free throw good, Junior. And here's Rubio. We've got 1:55 left in the first. And it's Layman in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Junior dishes to Jackson. Passes it to Junior. To the paint. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing. And look at the elevation.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Beasley kicks to Rubio. Pass to Layman. Shoots the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Clippers leading by 6. Feeds to Junior. And Junior throws it down.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Davis, the pass to Noel. A floater. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Pass to Layman. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Hilton the pass to Junior. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Beasley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. Fires for 3. That shot off, and so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And speaking with Karl Anthony Towns earlier, he was asked about how
for us defensively, we stay very disciplined.
So they want big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Davis. Hernan Gomez comes in for Jake Layman. Culver's checked in for Malik Beasley. Robinson is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. They've got Towns. Russell is out there with Robinson. Then it's Culver, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Heat, made some amazing plays. He had 44 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now here's Culver. He's covered by Leonard. Now Culver. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Inside, Junior. And Junior throws it down.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Passes it to Towns. Back to Russell. Good on the triple. Russell's got 18 points.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And Junior with the basket on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Beverly against Russell. Down low, Towns. Maybe we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Layman, he's checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Out to Russell. To the inside. Towns at the elbow. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And Towns drops them both. Los Angeles leading by 19. Here's George. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And both free throws good for Junior.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
It's Russell with the drive.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Baseline jumper. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And they bump this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
To the middle. Here's Towns. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Floats it up for Junior. Hammers the alley-oop through.
When Beverly first entered the league, he struggled to read the action in pick and roll. Now it's a different story.
Russell looking around. The kick out to Towns. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 21. There's 1:40 left to play here in the half. Beverly the pass to Junior. And Junior throws it down.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
To the paint. Here's Towns. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Beasley's checked in, and then for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pass to Noel. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Outside Williams. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. To the middle, here's Culver, and then Culver with the dunk.
How about the force there from Culver, making sure to finish with power, leaving no doubt with that finish.
On the wing, George. Leonard kicks to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. They get it back. Outside Leonard. Pass to Junior. Back to Leonard from deep. And Junior throws it down.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And so it's the loss. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Williams. Junior's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 set. The 3 from George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Now here is Robinson. Outside, Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Clippers leading by 20. Leonard with the ball. Culver covering.
Mistake by the defender, following a very good free throw shooter in Kawhi.
Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
This is the type of playmaker Lou is. Outstanding at getting it to his open guys.
Outside, Robinson. Kicks it to Towns. The dish now to Culver. Here's the 3. And it's Junior with the rebound. Clippers leading by 22. Towns with the steal. Russell against Williams. Outside, Russell passes it to Hernan Gomez. Down low. Fires it up. And that one's good. Russell's got 24.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Leonard on the wing. No good there. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
George against Robinson. Inside. And Russell gets it to go on the assist from Robinson. Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
We're Los Angeles, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Ed Davis is checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Robinson. And then for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Leonard. Shake Milton comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Lou Williams. Left side Jackson to the inside. Again, what an avalanche!
We're bearing witness to one of the great scoring seasons of all time.
Greg, he's delivering night in and night out. Great games and nearing third all-time for scoring in a season.
And guys, don't look now, but Michael Jordan's scoring mark from 1987 is in his sights.
And there's the feed to Junior. And another one that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Russell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's Milton. Sinks the three-pointer. Milton's got 5.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Russell, no luck.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And that one's good, Junior.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Rubio outside. Pass to Culver. Russell high post. And that time, also a missed shot.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Milton, it's good from long range. Milton's got 6 in the quarter.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And the new G League Pro Team, Smitty, signed a number of 5-star high school basketball players. How do you think this is going to impact the college game?
Well, I think
The Timberwolves shooting about 42% so far. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Culver. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Culver. The kick out to Towns. Hits the three-point bomb.
and he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. The pass to Junior. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now Minnesota on the fast break. They double him with Junior. Towns wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Russell against Williams. Here's Towns. Out to Russell. It's another look. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Another miss by Minnesota.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jarrett Culver. Hey, Smitty, Steve Kerr talked about how Michael Jordan scared his teammates into becoming better players. Would that kind of approach, you think, work today with players entering the league?
You know, I think you have to be careful, yes. But I think on a general, if you're looking at a just a blank sheet of paper on how to get guys motivated. I think it takes his leaders, which it starts with ownership, management, coach, and best players. If they work hard and they see the blueprint that way, they usually follow.
4 on the shot clock. Out to Russell from past the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Phenomenal how many threes he drained in the first half, especially considered he's hit none since.
Williams passes to Junior. Towns comes with a double team. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Russell with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. They need this. Count that one. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Russell points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Outside, Batum. Patterson, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Minnesota shooting not great, 40% for the game. Pass to Culver. Russell with it. Defended by George. Here's Hagan. No good on the three. The Clippers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. They grabbed their own miss. Outside for Batum. Pass to George. Back to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Snatched up. Towns, the pass to Vanderbilt. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 4 assists in the game. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Williams passes to another bucket. Wow!
His offensive arsenal has been on full display all season long.
You're right. Now tied for third place. Points in a single season.
And fellas, he's tied with none other than the great Michael Jordan, and he is not done yet.
The Clippers have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth. Goings and got it. Another basket.
All season long, he has been absolutely dominant. The scoring doesn't end with him.
Yeah, he's already left his mark on history, moving into third place for most points in a season. Amazing.
And can you believe he has passed Michael Jordan for third most points in a season? It's rare you ever see his airness get passed on any list.
Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
That's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positive from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time as far as social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Jackson passes to Junior, and the shot is good.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Here's Hankins, pass to Layman. From 13, buries the jump shot.
This is what you do when your opponents try to take away the three and the painted area.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. And the basket is good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Higgins, the pass to Layman. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those 2 elements all the time.
Good, he hits again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Shooting 1, number 21.
Timberwolves shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And the pass to Higgins. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Batum. Lays it up off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Higgins. Passes to Noel. Here's Layman. To the middle. Here's Higgins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Junior with it, and Junior throws it down.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their number one option right now.
Pass to Layman. Pass to Davis. Here's Layman. Lock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Davis, that's for 2. And again, unable to change momentum here. It's stolen by Davis. Higgins, good.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
It's been all Clippers. Here's Junior. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Junior. The Timberwolves shooting not great, 40% for the game. Higgins, the pass to Davis. Here's Noel. .149 left in the fourth quarter. And that one is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Junior kicks to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Junior. Another one goes. Incredible.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Here's Higgins. The offensive rebound. The pass to Layman. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Junior.
Oh, his array of talents on full display. Picks up the triple-double, really takes ownership of this game. I thought that made the difference for them tonight.
Layman. Here's Davis. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Count that one.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Noel. Can't hit from 12. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony,